Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is me scooting up the bench and wearing my beautiful earrings that Aria made me last night. If Aria makes you some hoop earrings, you have got you some hoop earrings. Let me just tell you right now. It has been a week and she has been very busy and making all the things, and one of these is my earrings. So I'll probably have to take them off in a little bit because they'll be too distracting for me to work, but I just wanted y'all to see how lovely that they are. She made these last night. We went over there for family night, and Michael got him a pizza oven for Christmas, and he's always made homemade pizza and homemade pizza dough and things. And so we went over there last night to have pizza for family night before Catch has a swallow test today. So it's at 10:30. So they should be starting any minute now. So that by the time I get done filming, they'll be finished and I'll be able to check on him and see how that swallow test went. So we ate over there last night and she made me these beautiful earrings. Oh, but see, they're hard to keep on when I'm talking. So I'm gonna take them off. But I just wanted y'all to see them because they are very nice earrings. Very, very nice. So it has been quite the week here. We got, like I said, a little scared because they called and moved Daddy's appointment up from Thursday to Tuesday. And having had worked at the doctor's office, Annie and I both knew that you never want to get in the, just call them in and let me talk to them about this stack. If you don't hear from your lab results, just know that's good news. If it's taking longer, that's good news. So we were really worried, but we got up there and he gave him the all clear. Hallelujah. So thank y'all for your thoughts and prayers and all the good juju you sent, because he said it was all clear under there, even though they couldn't get it to drain to a lymph node, which after he and Daddy discussed it, Daddy had had another place taken off down lower years ago. And he said when they do that, that can affect how that area drains out into other lymph nodes. So that's probably why they couldn't get it to drain, to tell exactly which lymph node it was going to, but it came back completely clear. And so he said he would follow him every, I think he said 4 months, 3 or 4 months for a couple of years. And then, you know, he would cut him loose, but we all know that he'll probably have more places in between now and then, because like you said, this is Texas and people here have lots of skin cancer. You're out in the sun and there's a lot of sun, and if you're pale, it just is what it is. So we had a wonderful experience. So thank you for that. So there were a couple of days this week that I didn't even stitch, like one stitch, which is so odd for me. But I found the night before we were gonna go, I stitched real slow on Monday night. Tuesday night when we got back, I was just wiped out. I just kind of sat there like a bump. I think it was just such a relief that I was just completely drained from it. So, but I did get to work on a couple of things. Over the weekend, I worked on, and I'll start with that guy because it's my newest start. Easter House Trio by Waxing Moon Designs. I'm going to stitch it all in one. I loved it. I loved stitching it so far. I love doing my patriotic one that Anne turned into a beautiful drum for me. I loved it. So I just wanted to jump right on in and start this one. I pulled DMCs, and then I've pulled out a couple of Wicked Stepmothers that I know I'm already going to use the baby face for $33.26. And I'm going to use the Irish Rose for $209, so I can have some variegation in it. And then, what else have I got in here? Oh, Hard to Be Humble for $807. so I can get some variegation going in there. The houses, I will probably, and I'm probably going to use Yellow Moon instead of having a white house. I will probably do that house yellow, just because, unless I switch it and do it pink. It could go either way, but I will probably have them all color houses. I'm doing it on, and this is one of the first ones that I did this on the thingy thing I told y'all somewhere here. Well, what I did with it, nobody knows. Heavenly days. Okay. There, I found it again. Oh my gosh, I knew it should be right there where I could see it, but I couldn't. I just put a little tag on here, and it says Easter House Trio Waxing Moon Designs, and then I've got 32 count dirty Belfast linen, 9 by 15 and a half. It kind of gives it about a 2-inch border all the way around, but that's just on the front of this. And I don't know why my scissors aren't attached here. My little boss may help me with those, but I've got to get a bling and a pair of scissors attached to that. But this is how far I got. And like I said, this is on 32 count Belfast. So I got the little carrots done, and the word bunnies, and the butterfly, and the chimneys, and then that much of the border. So it kind of goes right there. That's where it stops. So it is super cute, super fun, so springy and cheery. Like I said, I love these. Anne turned it into the most beautiful drum that I have ever seen. So pretty. She is just a genius and a master. And there's a little close-up of it there. I don't know if that's better or not. But it is so cute. So I started on this end. So I started with bunnies. That's this one. And then I'll stitch the center piece. And then I will stitch this piece. I may change my word to say spring instead of Easter. I don't know. Maybe. Just see. But I mean, you can just twist it. I could just turn it a little bit and put the Easter word kind of toward the back if I wanted to leave it out longer. That's the only thing with them saying just like a specific holiday is then if I want to leave it out past Easter, sometimes Easter's early and sometimes Easter's late, that messes that up. So, and I don't know why nobody ever comes here but me. I don't know why I fret about it. I hadn't changed this over till this morning, so I took this opportunity to make myself change this over some this morning, and I see that now I'm off center here. I'm gonna try to scooch y'all just a little bit. Hey, there we go, that's a little better. Goodness gracious. Now you can see your light up here in the window. It's kind of giving me a halo that I would never have otherwise, so we're just gonna go with that. That's 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. I took off the 'Tis the Season along the bottom and put Remember Me, because we all know how much I love redbirds. Those are flowers Charles sent for Valentine's Day. How sweet was that? Love them. And Aria helped me with them. So this is a Little House Needleworks Winter. This is my little cardinal girl. I love her so much. I got her from my kind of cousin Lisa, her antique store. This Lori sent me, and I just loved it too much to put it up with the Christmas. It's gonna sit out for a while. And then this is Blackbird's, I can't remember the name of it. Their song. My gosh, nothing wrong with me. So I switched all that out this morning, and and that's the love. That's the letters from Gila J right there, and that little love. And it's done with one of the sulky threads, a variegated sulky. So I switched that out this morning. So yes, I do not know why I'm fret about things like that, because whoever sees it but me. Wait for it. Nobody. Nobody. Oh, and this is Kimi. Thought I could hold it up here. She made this at school and gave it to me for Valentine's. See if you could see where her little tooth is out right down there on the bottom. So she's finally lost that little bottom tooth I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, but she has not, we'll put her right there. She has not lost any others. So she says they're loose. She's got some loose ones, but none of the others have come out, and she is ready. She's ready to make another $5. So I worked on Jessie Watson. Said I'm going to be so dang sad to see her end, and I'm trying to decide who to do next in her place. I've decided I will do, because I want to start my Anniversaries of the Heart this year, and I'm going to do it with myself, my kids, my grandkids, maybe if I can fit them all, but I want to do myself and my grandparents and my parents. I want to fit them all on there. And I'll probably have initials for my other grandkids or things like that. But so I decided that I want to do full samplers like this for my 3 great-grandmothers, because I was fortunate enough to know 3 of my 4 great-grandmothers. So I want to remember them each with a full sampler, because I just have always been very grateful that I got to know my great-grandmothers. I know a lot of people don't even get to know their grandmas, but I got to know my great-grandmas, so that was like super special to me. So I did start on the little heart, and I did decide to do it in eyelets. So I'm probably going to stand up, try to hold this up here. There we go. So I started on the little eyelet hearts there, and it is so gorgeous. I've just been picking it up and working on it little bit, not very much, because I really don't want it to end. It's so pretty. But I'm gonna look for another one about this size to do for my granny and my 2 mommy. That is, this is my mother's daddy's mother. 2 mommy is what we called my mother's mama's mama. My mother started that when she was little. She loved her so good, and she called her her 2 mommy. She was her 2 mommy, not her first mommy, but her 2 mommy. And so my Noe that just passed away, my aunt that passed away, she had her grandbabies call her 2 mommy. So that is, I will do one for her, and then I will do one for Granny. Granny is my daddy's mama's mama. I never knew my daddy's mama. So I only got to know 3 of the 4, but I am very thankful and grateful that I did. I love this piece. It's beautiful. I love how Barbara had it divided up for us. She, I think she may have finished her little heart. And so she is just about, she's going to wait and put the last stitch in on her son's birthday. And that was, the SAL was for autism awareness. And I just pulled my own colors for it. And I have loved it. It's on 32 count golden needle from Floss and Fabric. And then I've just got a Wicked Stepmothers and a few DMCs and 1 classic Colorworks here. So just love it. I've loved those colors. I'll probably keep that color scheme on all 3 of these, and not exactly, but the same kind of color family, and hang them all together. I'll keep them all together. I don't know if I'll try to move my little quilt and keep them somewhere near my quilt, or how I'll do that, but I want to keep that kind of together like that. So, but I want to keep the 3 of them together regardless. So that is Jessie Watson by Hands Across the Sea. She is available as, I believe, a hard chart or a PDF download. I got her as a PDF download. She printed up beautifully. She stitched up beautifully. I've enjoyed her times a million let's see. I did get a few stitches in on First Cock's Crow by Blackbirds this week, so that was nice. So even though I didn't get a ton of stitching done because I was trying to do Stitch the Winter Olympics some, so that was so fun. That's been so fun. It's got 2 more days, I think, and I have not kept going every day with it because I didn't have something to stitch on it one day and then I got off track. So yeah, you know me. So this is First Cock's Crow. See, oh, there's the big picture at the bottom. It's in the Sisters book from Blackbirds. Here it is at the bottom. It's so beautiful. And I'm glad I started it. I've pulled, I've got some Wicked Stepmother colors that I'm working in with these others. This is the original, if you just use the DMCs. So they're super autumnal colors, and I don't, it just had a lot of orange for me. I like more colors. I'm loud. I like more colors. So I took and put in some purples because I love purple and orange together. So I've got those mixed in, a dark purple and a light purple. Violet and blue and purple rain. And then I've got Jack and Diane and I the Tiger by Wicked Stepmother are the colors that I've mixed in with it. And like I said, I didn't get a board, so this one's probably going to be kind of see-through. But maybe you'll be able to tell. I got started on the birds and the little berries. So this guy and this line of little berries that go across. And then I'll be on to the motifs at the bottom when I get it done. But this is the lighter purple. In here it is violet and blue. And then the dark purple I mixed in with this row of orange right here. And that suited me more. It just, I don't know, it just had a lot of orange in it. Just orange and black, which I mean, it's a Halloween sample, I get it. But I just love those colors together. So I just picked it up and worked them in. And I am enjoying it. So I love that the Stitch the Winter Olympics got me to go, because I went to pull out Spookhouse Selfie and I thought, oh no, you know, because what I do is I have, this is my Evertotes bag. It is a beautiful bag. And it is what I got my Miss Margaret Ann Rolo in. It was a Christmas, not this last Christmas, but Christmas before. And you got this bag. Did I remember to stick the other one in here? No, I did not. You got this bag, a smaller bag, kind of like that. And then you got Miss Margaret Ann Rolo, and you got a needle binder. And so whenever they have anything like that, this is a really nice bag. It's made really well. The chart was beautiful, and I wanted to stitch the chart so bad, and I thought this fabrics and everything were beautiful. So this is by Evertotes, and they do have specials like that from time to time where it all comes together. I was very pleased with it. It came fast. It was wrapped beautifully. It would have been a beautiful gift because it was like done really nicely. But I have, there you go on a tangent. I have in here my Cock's Crow Sow is in here, and my Spookhouse Selfies is in this bag. So these are the 2 Halloween projects that I have going in one bag. So when I want to grab a Halloween project, I just get this bag, and both of them are in there because I'm going to try to get those finished throughout the year. So that made it easy for me just to put them in one bag and say, hey, you haven't worked on anything Halloween in a week or so, you need to grab it out. And that has been wonderful for me. So the little bit bigger, you do need a bigger bag if you're doing it in bags. Like I said, you can order bags, zippy bags off Amazon. You can use Ziploc bags. You can, I just like for my chart and my thread and everything to be together. And that, to me, a project bag or a Ziploc bag or anything like that, just that I can keep it together in, makes me happy. So that works out fabulous. Who is this? Okay. This is my Welcome Winter. No, it's not. That's Welcome Winter's over there. This is Simply Winter. Simply Winter by the Drawn Thread. It is beautiful. And as I was stitching on it, I just have not been able to decide what to stitch for catch for a burst sampler. And as I was stitching on it, I thought, you know what, this would work, except I have winter on here. But then I went and looked, and there is they have one for every season, of course. I stitched the autumn, and now I'm stitching the winter. The spring here, I don't know if that'll focus on that up close enough. It has a white house and a tree and some birds, but I could put sterling down the side right there and put Catch Allen and the date and his weight and his length right there. And it's not too girly. And it's something that, you know, Baby could just keep and just set on a shelf or something, because it doesn't have to be huge. And then it could have all his stuff on there, but it wouldn't have to be baby. And so she doesn't, his room's not real baby. It's done, I'm gonna call it kind of desert chic. It's kind of those Southwest colors and light colors and stuff. But this she could keep in her room or with her stuff or just on a shelf somewhere. And it just doesn't look so baby. So I'm really thinking about that. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But what I'm working on this one is Simply Winter, the winter one. And it is, I'm using just what's left over of my silks from Welcome Winter and Welcome Autumn. These are how much I have left when you order the kit from the Drawn Thread. I mean, you get plenty of floss. And I have a ton of brown because I didn't use my brown on my Welcome Autumn. I used blue, I think. So I have a ton of that. But here it is. Goodness gracious, what a mess. If y'all can see what a mess I got going over here, y'all be shocked. I got to start building my house, Rhonda. I love to build me a house. So I quit. I needed to finish the snow on the tree, and right there is a little bit of snow, but I decided I would just wait and do it when I did the snow on the roof. So let's see if I can get it really close. There we go. And then I have to do the back stitch to make them look like little log houses. So I love the little cardinal at the bottom. This is on, I believe this is Golden Needle, 32 count Golden Needle also, if I'm not mistaken, from Floss and Fabric. So it is super nice. I love stitching on it. It's got some slubs, but they're not giant. And it's fairly even. When it has like some gigantic slubs, I don't like that. And a slub is that thick place. Try to get it to focus right there. When you have a thick place in the weave of the fabric, that's a slub. And some people love big slubs. I don't. I feel like it makes my stitches look too wonky. And then I'm just a little bit of weird enough that it kind of, I'll sit there and mess with it instead of moving on. So, but it is beautiful. I love it. I love stitching on it. Love working on it. And I'm going to go do the other two for the series. So, and like I said, I think then I will also, I think that I've about decided I had Judy's JBW, the Rockin' Horse, and I thought I would do the Rockin' Horse and then put it all under there. But that's been the thing with burst samplers I've made in the past. If they look too baby, then as they get older, and I mean, some people do have really pastel rooms, but I don't have really pastel rooms as an adult. And so it makes it kind of hard to keep them out. And I wish I had done them for my kids. I didn't. I don't know. I guess I did. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So, but I wish I had. But like one of the ones I made for Kimi, the one I made for Aria was real nautical, and I don't remember who it was by. But I think it's in my Instagram. It's either on my Instagram or in my, I think it's in my Instagram. But Aria's was nautical, but Kimi's, I just took a bunch of different little motifs and I just went crazy and I was so excited, and it is so busy. I swear it makes my eyes hurt. So, and it's like kind of babyish colors. This is Cricut Collection Winter. And I went and looked I've done summer and autumn, so I haven't done spring yet. So it is so cute. I went and on a tip from one of y'all, I went and looked at Georgia Girl Stitchers, because she had figured out that it was supposed to be like where brick peeps through of the W. It's what I thought. It was like stucco where brick was peeping through. You know how like an old wall would do that? And so then it had, or an old piece of a chimney or something, and then it has the smoke coming out. So I guess it's an old piece of a chimney and the stucco is breaking through or whatever. So I just did mine red, and it's not gonna focus where you can see it good. Ugh. Let's see if I can get this worked out here, where we can see what I'm talking about. There has to be a way. Because I did work on this guy a little bit. It's not super noticeable, but it is some noticeable. Okay, maybe that'll work. Okay. So it just looks like red bricks with a white grouting showing in between. So I've filled that in this week. I put the star up here. I did finish this side of this. I hate doing stitching like this. I don't know why. You're just going way out here and then you have to tie off and go back. And also because I guess those are like silvery branches. But I did my hat, and I did a little bit more on that leg of my N. It really is so cute. So adorable. And I'm going to love it when it's finished. I'm finding this blue is a little hard for me to stitch on. I don't know why. I have a hard time seeing it. It is 32 count Sea Spray. I do not know why, but it's a little bit hard for me to see. It shouldn't be, in my brain, any harder than gray or anything else, but I'm not being able to see it so great, so, But we will prevail, because I'm about halfway, so that's exciting. So it has a ton of colors. I mean, it has buku color here. Look at that. So many beautiful colors. So pretty. So, I mean, you can just love the colors in this, if nothing else. It's so, so pretty. So it is nice, it's pretty, it's fun to stitch, but it's a little hard for me to see. So, oh well, but that was what the last part I was working on right there, was that the little hat is so cute. I was stitching on it while James and I were watching The Gilded Age. Are y'all watching that? With, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name on Sex and the City. That reminds me of my Aunt Becky. And Christina Baranski. I'm probably going to mess up her name too, but she's off The Good Fight and tons of other things, but I always love her. But she's on there, and we have been loving it. So that's what I was stitching when I was watching that. was that little hat. What else this week? We had Kimmy's birthday party, which we had a blast. She had an art party. And Justin's sister is an artist. She works for SpaceX, but her degree is in art, and she is so good at teaching kids. And Kimmy loves pandas, and they're so patient. Her and her sister, she has a twin sister, who came up and brought her kids. And she did a little, like when you go to those classes where they show you how to paint something, she did that with the kids with a little panda bear. And they turned out so cute. And they had so much fun, and it was just nice to be with everybody. We picked up Mama and took her over there. So she was out all day Saturday because we stayed over there. It started at 10. We left at 1, and we went and got her something to eat. Micah had food, but I just knew she had missed lunch, and I was afraid she would be tired and fall asleep and not go to dinner. So, and they come by and tell them, but you know how it is, if you're sleepy sometimes, you just don't get up and go. And then she would eat some junk food in her room instead. So we went and got her some Mexican food. She always loves Mexican food before we took her back. So she was there, and Daddy and Annie were there. Dax had a ball game, so he and Dusk weren't able to be there. He had basketball, but Shell came, my sister's youngest, with her boyfriend, and some of her little friends were there, and so it was just so nice. It was nice to see people. It was nice to see kids again and them having fun. It was just super, super fun, super fun. I got her little clothes, little matching dresses to go with her and her American Doll dressing together ones. And then I found a little t-shirt for Mama to give her that had a sequiny panda bear on it. So she loved it. And of course, Mama loved carrying in the gift bag, you know, her present. She loved carrying her present in. So she was like she felt good. So very, very grateful and thankful for that. I did get Happy Mail this week, and I'm going to start with the funniest Happy Mail because this is a hoot. And you know the mail does crazy things, but this is from Joyce. I do not know where it has been, and I can't tell. It looks like it went, I don't know. It's been hanging out somewhere for months though, because it's a Christmas card and it has a date stamp in December on it. I don't know where it's been since then, but it is beautiful. It is a beautiful scene, so thank you, Joyce. I don't know where it's been. It's been touring the world, probably been going all the places I wish I was going right now. Y'all, my eye is itching. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I want to scratch my eyeball out, and I know I'm not supposed to touch them. Then I got this beautiful card from Julie. And Aria's card's over there. Julie, I should have taken it over there last night and I forgot. I just left it sitting there. Charles sent these beautiful flowers, and the card for it is over there. It came with a little card in it, which Aria and I arranged, and we've had so much fun watching this week. And then I got this from Teresa, this beautiful card from Teresa. And she wrote the note in it, and then she made me a little bookmark, which is so cute. It is so cute. Teresa makes the coolest little things, and she's got a bunch of projects going right now. Not just like stitchy projects. She's doing all kinds of things. So she hasn't been as on her social media as much, but she did post today that she was just doing other stuff and she was fine. So thank you, Teresa. And I do appreciate you checking in, letting us all know when you're not on social media as much, because then you wonder, you know, you're saying where somebody's sick, because like everybody right now, please pray for Vonna. She has got the sickness that I'm tired of saying and is feeling horrible with her. It's just, she said it's just the absolute fatigue of it that's got her down. And a sweet lady in their congregation passed away and asked that she sing. And it's just got her zapped out. So pray for Vonna and her to have some strength and healing so she can do that. And just, do you know how sweet that is, how touched she is by all the times you've done it in the past for her to ask you to do that? I mean, that's special. So I hope you're feeling up to it, and I hope you know that it will be beautiful to her ears and God's ears and everyone's ears there, even if you don't feel like it's up to your usual standards. They will appreciate it and love it and enjoy it. And then I got this from Christina. She got me this cute little note. This adorable note on here. And I haven't let Aria see this yet because this is going to be a war. It's a little hedgehog stitch marker thing. He's got him a little ball of yarn there. He is so cute. So that is going to be, that's going to be the fight. That Aria going to say that's hers. Because I found on, I think it was Instagram, some little, like a little video of a mama hedgehog. And she's grooming these little baby hedgehogs. And y'all, they look like pink hairbrushes. Because, you know, there's no hair on them yet. They just like look like pink plastic toys. And they are so cute. And she's grooming them up. And Aria, I sent it over there. I said, oh, you'll have to show the girls. So, Aria will be fighting me over that. I'll have to tell her it's something else. She sent Trilogy by Round Robin by Trilogy. It is so sweet. And of course, I need to stitch it and either make it into a robin or make it into a cardinal and put it back here behind me with all my red birds. And then this one, y'all, has cracked me up for so long. And I don't know why sloths are so funny, but I just feel like they're so funny and they're so cute. And so the sloth stack is adorable. So cute. The Tired Trio by Plum Street Samplers, adorable. She sent me some out of the, some of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, which I already have, but she had already printed out, so she said I could use them as a second copy, but I take the, as a matter of fact, it's time for me to renew my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So, thank you so much, Christina, and for y'all for all the sweet things y'all send, and for hanging out all the time and listening to me blather on nonstop. Mary asked about, because I want to start my Anniversaries of the Heart. And I've been asking y'all if y'all done it on 40 or 36 or 32 or what y'all did. And if you would change anything about it. I am so torn by it because on one hand, I want to do it in one big piece. And on another hand, many years ago, when I was in high school, it's been a minute, there was an Alma Lynn book, and if y'all can visualize in your mind what I'm talking about here, it had a little boy and girl with a balloon on the cover. It had an old like coffee grinder or flour sifter. It had a black and white cat. It had like a gumball machine. It had like a bunch of smaller motifs in there. And a lady, Auntie Donna, took, and I have remembered the beauty of this thing all these years. She took little motifs and she stitched them. And then she put log cabin, I don't know how she sewed, she used it as the center of each log cabin quilt block, I guess is how you say that right. It was gorgeous beyond gorgeous. It was the most beautiful thing I think I have ever seen. It was just perfect. And so I have thought about that many times, and of course I love my Around the World quilt down there. And I have thought about, but I'm not talented in my stitching, sewing at all. I don't think I could get it right enough in my head to fix it. If I did blocks separately and then put just blocks, little quilt blocks around each one and made it like that, it would be so pretty. But it would be big. I mean, that's gonna be a good size. So, but yes, so Mary, I'll probably end up doing it in one piece, but if I was a brave girl, I would do it like on, of course some of y'all can do it on less than 40, but 40 would be a stretch for me. I would do it on 40 and then turn them into quilt blocks. Would that just be in the center and the, is it, oh, because the sashing's what you call around the outside edge. Whatever joins them together, you could put little quilt blocks in between, and that would be so beautiful. And I would love to do that, but I don't know that I know enough to do that. So, but anyway, so anybody, if you want to charm in about your anniversaries of the heart, let me know. Karen had suggested, which LaFonda in San Antonio, she says it's off the beaten path. Is it in the King William district? I'm gonna go look it up. You can catch the trolley and go out to the King William district. I think that's what it's called, the old district out there, the beautiful old homes. And then there used to be a audio tour that you could put on your phone and walk around the neighborhood and listen to. And it was fabulous. I've done that before and loved it. So let me know if that's where it's at. I'm gonna look it up, but I haven't done it yet, Karen. So thank you for that. And Karen Dennis and Helen E asked, I chose to spell my shug when Aria says shug, S-H-U-G. Tons of people will spell it S-U-G, but I am the queen of phonetics and haven't had raised children that struggled with the insanity of the English language and all its inconsistencies. So I decided to spell it shug, just like it should, sound to your ears. So for little brains, that would make more sense. So I decided to go S-H-U-G, shug, instead of S-U-G. So yes, but I spell it S-H-U-G. And y'all, I laughed at her last night. We were over there eating, and of course, Keely and Bebe came. Bebe and Catch had just been for a checkup at the doctor's office, and they came straight to my congestions. And so, of course, I snatched him up and had him most of the time because, I wanted him. And, but, Aria, she does not, boy, she got a little jealous bone in her. And so I'd played with him, and I had played with him for a long time, and I'd been playing with she and Kimi before Bebe got there. And then when he came in, I took him, and then we were eating, and I was holding him while we were eating him. While we were eating, we didn't eat him alive. My gosh, that sounds horrible. While we were eating with him in my arms, and Aria would come up, and she's whispering in my ear, and she's saying, shug, shug, you need to give baby Catch to my mama. My mama wants him. You need to give baby Catch to my mama and come play with me. And I said, well, baby, can't you sit here and play with baby Catch and me here, all three of us? And she said, no, shug, you need to come play with me and give him to my mama. Over and over again, she would come and whisper in my ear. She was done with that now. She was done with having to share. There were so many people there. And of course, this year especially, she's used to having me most of the time by herself. Now, when I had Catch on Tuesday, maybe, Baby went to have her hair done. And any of y'all that have had your hair done post-pregnancy, you know how it don't do like it did before. So her hair was not wanting to lift. The ends would lift, but this up here that it had all her pregnancy hormones in it was not wanting, the color wasn't wanting to lift any further, put the highlights and stuff in. And so it was taking forever. And I'm like, we're fine. We went on a walk in the little wagon, which Mike and them have that. Let's see what I can write this on. It's K-E-E-N-Z. And it squishes up. It folds up like this, when you're not using it. And then it shrinks back out. And then it has little, little harnesses on either end for you to fasten them in. And it has a top you can put on it, and you can put the sides down and everything. I mean, it's fabulous. They got it for all their Disney trips, and now the girls are getting too big. But I put him in it facing me, and then Aria started out in the other side. Well, she was picking flowers for her mom. So she kept jumping out, and picking flowers and jumping back in. She picked tons of clover and dandelion before it turned. And so we had to have the discussion that the yellow ones all the white ones were the yellow ones before they turned and went to seed, and that's what the white is. And so she found that fascinating. And then she found one that was partially turned. And then that was really fascinating, that there was one that was half and half. So that was really cool. And he just, boy, he loved watching her get in and out of the wagon and everything. He was doing his arms and legs. I mean, he was so excited. But for the most part, when she's here, it's usually just she and I. There's nobody else here. And so she had already shared me, she felt like that day with him, even though she just came and played with us. It was his day. I guess it was Wednesday because she wasn't at school. It was either Monday or Wednesday because she wasn't at school. So she had had enough of sharing. Let me just tell you right now, she was done with that. She was absolutely done with that. But we went on walks and we read him. Kimi read to him. Her reading's coming along really good. And so she read to him. So that was fun. But yeah, it was so nice to get in. But Aria was just, she is a hoot. She is an absolute hoot. And she is not scared to say what she thinks and say what she wants. And sometimes she gets it, sometimes she doesn't. But boy, she'll sure tell you. Susan, it is a blessing to get to be around our parents. I was so glad to get to go with Daddy and Annie and to have Mama on Saturday. It really is a blessing. So many of my friends that are now recently losing their parents or have lost them, it's hard. It's really hard. So yes, I am very grateful and thankful that I do get to go get them and be around them. And Char, that yellow moon, and which I was going to grab and bring in here, but I didn't buy Wicked Stepmother, is beautiful, isn't it? It's definitely going to be in my Easter house trio. So pretty. Lori K, yes, I love thinking about our grannies, and they're just, I love remembering them and thinking about them, and so grateful. Kathy had asked about my lipstick. Last week is the week my lipstick broke. And remember, I got it all on my fingers. So it's old. But this is what I have on today, and it's pretty similar to it. It is by Wet n Wild, and it is Liquid Catsuit. Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. And this color says it is Missy and Fierce 9308. Which I don't guess that's going to focus on that like I wanted to. No, it's not. 9308, Missy, no, 93B, sorry, 930B, Missy and Fierce. And then this lip pencil is a gel lip liner, Wet n Wild, Read the Scene, 656B. So that's what I have on today. And I've been doing a new thing because mold in my lips are disappearing. I just line the Cupid's bow and just right here at the bottom, because my lips are leaving town on me. Stitchy plans for the next week, or for spring, for the next season. I am going to, I hope to get this finished, but this is a lot of stitches, so I don't know if I will or not. But I'm going to start it at least. I've already cut my fabric. It is Button Button by Brenda Gervais. That's a little button card, so pretty. And I love those bluebirds on there. And I do, I have bluebirds here at this house. I didn't at my other house, but they go to the pasture. So I have the birds that look like this. Their wings are a darker blue around here, but they are so beautiful. So that's I want to start this soon. I want to do Lottie Da Mercy Mercy. It says, teach me to feel another woe, to hide the fault I see, that mercy I to others show, that mercy show to me. And I love it. And so that's on my, I want to get this going. And the Little Deeds sampler, which I think everybody stitched it but me. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love, make our earth and Eden like the heaven above, by Scarlet House. And it is gorgeous. So I want to do that one. And then I've got one more here that, I'm dying to start, but I'm a frit. It is Flea Market Souvenir by Blackbirds. And I have had it for a while. But you know, it's the one that you do on the 3 pieces, different pieces of fabric. And then you do them all together. So it says one is 30 count lacrosse blend, one is 30 count Kansas City blend, and another is I guess, it says it's 30 count Kansas City blend, but it's a different color. I don't know why. So the urn is, the lacrosse is blue. And it says the two Kansas City blends, but they're different on here. So I guess they're just out of different dye runs or something. But it's all done on 30 count, which, so that's not too, it's not too tiny. But it is a beautiful thing. And this would be my first time trying to join pieces together. So that will put me into a brave new world. Last week's shares were, and I did not get to the mailbox. I've got my mail ready, but I did not get to the mailbox. I will probably go tomorrow because I haven't been driving anywhere. The Jeep's still unhappy. So James says go on and drive it, but you know, if I go on and drive it, it's going to mess up and then it's going to be on me. So I haven't been. So I rode with Daddy and Amy to the hospital, and I rode Keely to Micah. So poor Jeep's just been kind of sitting all week. So I had the last week's, let's see here. So I have those ready to go out. So if you waiting on mail for me, it's coming, but I haven't gone yet. Last week's, what I had to do with them. Here we go. This is pillows from Paula's Garden. It goes to Deanna Ellett. Deanna, if you'll be sure and email me your address, I'll get this in the mail. Deanna Ellett is the garden. The kitty cottage goes to Katie Bowers. Katie Bowers, if you'll email me your address, it's niecelyn@yahoo. It'll be in the drop down description or whatever they call that. The cupcake right here goes to Mary Boilot. I hope I said that right, Mary Boilot. And then Love, Peace, and a Cure goes to Holly Neal. These two little Lizzie Kate ones are so cute. So let me know your address and I'll get those ready to go out. This week we have, I grabbed some for this week and next week. Oh, the other one that's on my radar to do that I left laying over here. Let's talk spring. So cute, and I haven't done that one. So these are the things that I need to start and get going on. And I love to stitch seasonally, and y'all know I don't care if I finish it within the season. I'll just keep working on it and have it ready for next year. So that doesn't make me fret or anything at all. So I grabbed some spring ones out. And these are beautiful. And I have some primitive hair charts, and her charts are so cute. This is a Spring Queen of the Needle series by Primitive Hair. Y'all, this is a little needle book, but it would be an adorable drum in my mind. It'd be skinny, but it would be so cute. So cute. I love that. And so it has these, and then it has this little one's on the bottom side down in here too. So you do the outside, and then it has little places inside that say for your count. One says 24 needles 24, needles 26, needles 28 for your different size needles. And that's what it's showing you right here is the inside. So you have this and then this. So you could put one or two of those in, or you could work in pieces of those in between these designs to make it a little fatter if you wanted to. But this would be a beautiful drum. But it is Primitive Hair, Queen of the Needle series, spring. And let's use the word spring. I'm trying to write here, so I'll remember what word I said use. And then this is the sampler of the month. And it says April, but you don't have to put the April on there. You could easily just put the year if you didn't want to, or pull it down a few. It is the Country Cottage Needleworks April. Is that gonna focus on it? It's so cute. But if you didn't want to do it month specific, you could just pull that down and just have your little spring sampler, or you could change the letters to spring, either one. But if you're interested in this one, use the word cottage. If you ever stayed in a cottage, if you live in a cottage. And then this one is by Diane Authors, by Imaginating, and I think it's like from 2000, but it is got these beautiful little birdhouses and strawberries, and it made me just really think of, it looked like cheering outside, and it's so dreary right now. So this is this one, use the word bird. If you have a lot of birds in your yard in the spring or whatever, make sure you use the word bird with all the little houses on there. So those will be our shares this week. I think that's everything. I'm gonna jump off of here and check in on Baby Catch, and because he had been really good, because they couldn't feed him after 4:30. So he had been really good up until about 9. And then he was done. Done. He was hungry, and I mean, we all know what it is to get hungry, right? I do. I certainly do. So I bet he brought the roof down before they got him in there to do that swallow test and then get him some food. He was starving now. So I'm going to check on him while this is uploading. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and it's not too cold for y'all. It was in the 20s this morning. I think it's 33, 32, 33 right now. It must be 33 because the pool thing isn't running, the waterfall. But it's been in the 70s, and then by Thursday and Friday, it's supposed to be 80. So, welcome to Texas. So, that's how our weather's going, but enjoy your weekend and have a happy Friday. Bye, y'all.